Super Training Gym, the strongest gym in the West. Here's Big Bill going with some cambered bar squats. Got the reverse band on there. The reverse band setup is going to allow you to handle more weight. The weights will be lighter at the bottom and heavier at the top. You can overload. You can use this as a form of an overload. Also, it's great for people that have poor positioning at the bottom of a squat. And it's also just a great confidence builder by just allowing you to handle some more weight. In a few training sessions, you can get your squat mojo back, and you can start being excited about your squat again. It's a great way to build some confidence. It can also help some people with depth, people who have some mobility issues. This is a new guy. Not really sure who the hell he is or why he's squatting like that. It's very common for newer athletes, newer lifters, people that come in the gym, to have bad habits. You can see really, that first of all, that guy's never used this bar, so we'll cut him some slack, but he's just driving his knees forward, and you don't want to do that with a squat. You don't have to overcomplicate it, but at the same time, you can't oversimplify a squat. But look at how much he goes onto the knees there. His kneecap is in an acceptable position. He's just driving it forward way too early. You want to kind of drive it forward a little bit from the beginning of the lift, and then you got to open up through the hips throughout the rest of the range of motion, and then at the very bottom, you can then shove the knees forward again. Toward to going with a big weight. Looks like he wanted to handle a big overload because he's kind of stuck a high box in there as well. See, this guy's gonna have trouble with depth. You don't want your knees to travel downward when you do a squat. You want your hips to continue to travel downward, and not your knees. A lot of times, some mechanical errors with the upper body moving around too much, or with your knees coming forward too much, it can lead to depth problems, depth perception problems. You can have problems getting down low enough if you tend to lean forward too much. You can have problems getting depth if you just continue to have your knee track forward. Looks like these guys are working on some pause squats, and it looks like Matt Nickerson just polished off eating some Talente ice cream, and now he's thinking about eating Mr. Robot Pants' shorts. That's what it looks like to me. A pause squat is a great assistance movement. We utilize them often at Super Training after main lift. You just got to pause it for a few seconds, however long you want to, but usually about 3 to 5 seconds is long enough. And you want to have no movement at the bottom of it, and you want to try to come out of it as strong as you can. This particular movement, for those of you who like to do kind of Oli squats, Olympic style squats, where you kind of dive bomb them, this will be a great exercise for you. You can see Mike cheated that last one there. It'll be a great exercise for you to do. This is Chris. He squats way too much with his knees too. You see the knees kind of. There's certain ways of doing that, and the way he's doing it is not right. I mean, he could have his stance be closer and perhaps get away with that. I think this is another new guy. They're everywhere. Once you make the gym free, this kind of stuff that happens. Make sure you email me if you do want to come check out the gym. You can see the knees. This is just bad news. It's going to get hurt. You can't have your knees cranking forward that much in that particular position. Anyway, email me if you want to come check out Super Training Gym, powerprojectarmy@yahoo.com. But that is it from supertraining.tv.